Hello and welcome to the Canadian Edge. Today we're looking at a knife I got not too long ago. It is a Gerber. It is the One Flip, and we'll get that out here for you. It'll take a look at. And so that is the Gerber One Flip. Now when I got this knife, it sadly, like a lot of the Gerbers that I have, it did not open very well. It would open to about here maybe with the flip, and then you had to flick it open with the thumb stud, and it made a lot of squeak when you would open it. I should have filmed it, but I didn't. I did some maintenance on it, and now it's opening a lot better. And so let's take a look at the Gerber One Flip. It has a blade length of 3.2 inches. Open, it's 7.7 inches, and closed, it is 4.5 inches. It's got a good weight of 4.88 ounces. The steel is a 5CR 15 MOV, so that's your budget steel again. It's a plain edge. The handle, as some of you have noticed, is a little different. It's an anodized aluminum. It's green with a bronze colored blade. And this is one of those knives that you will either love or hate. People look at it and say it's either a nice knife or an ugly knife. I'll leave that up to you. I kind of like the look of it. I like the bronze look on the blade. The liner, it is a liner lock. And if I can get it open here, show you the liner lock in there. And also with this one, it's getting a lot better as I've worked with it, but the liner lock will sometimes go quite far up and it's not easy to get down, but it's getting better the more I work with the knife. The pocket clip has your Gerber written on it. Stainless steel, can you see that? And oops. And it is a tip up deep carry. It only has one position. You can't switch it to the other side, so it is designed for right hand carry, although the knife can be opened with the flipper or with the dual thumb stud, so you could potentially do this as a left-handed person and make it ambidextrous. It's just got the right hand carry on it. The flipper as well, it is extended, so it does act as a finger guard, and you'll see the handle has a little bit of a, goes in there so that your finger won't slip forward very easily. And you'll notice the thumb studs as well act as a blade stop. So they come back and act as part of the blade stop. So opening this with the thumb studs is not super easy. It can be done. It's just a lot easier with the flip. Now, one thing I should mention about this, for those of you who've watched my videos, you know I say stay safe and stay sharp. Well, when I was working with this knife, I accidentally dropped it and it stuck in my leg, and I had to go get stitches at the hospital. Only 2 stitches, so not too bad. But yeah, that's why I say stay safe and stay sharp, because it only takes once. You drop it and you can injure yourself. The blade does also have the Gerber design on it, and I'll put a picture of my little leg injury on at the end. So if you're watching and you want to see what this knife can do to a person's leg, watch till the end and you can see the picture. Little viewer discretion though, there is blood, so if you don't like blood, don't watch to the end. Alright, well, this knife could be used as an EDC. It is a weighty knife, but not horribly weighty. Let's check out the sharpness of the knife. And again, as you know, I like to try and cut zip ties, because I do cut a lot of zip ties. Oops. And it goes through the zip tie fairly easily. And we've got our string. Sorry, because of the blade design, it wants to run up the blade quite easily, so be careful of that when you are slicing things. It will run. Oh, it almost cut through there. There we go. Cuts through there fairly easy, and through there fairly easy. So while Gerber knives may not open great, at least for me, they do come quite sharp, so that's a good point for a Gerber. So aesthetics, or sorry, I'm gonna give my grading on this knife. These are just my opinion. You're welcome to disagree with me. The aesthetics, I gave it a 9. I do like the way it looks. I like the bronze on the blade. I think it looks pretty good. I like the green handles. The handles do have texture. We'll talk about that in a second. Again, like I said, it's a love-hate relationship usually with this knife, it seems, from those I've showed it to. So I gave it a 9. Opening and closing, I gave it a 5. Just because, man, it was brutal trying to get it to open, and that's part of the reason I ended up putting it into my leg, was because it was having trouble opening and it flipped out of my hand doing so. I should mention I just put a little bit of the Benchmade lubricant on there, and then just worked with it for a little while to get it to flip, and it's flipping a lot better now, and it doesn't squeak. The handle, it does have, you can see a ripple effect on the handle, which does give it a bit of texture. It is a smooth aluminum though, so if you were sweaty in that, your hands might slip on there, although with the finger guard, it does give you a bit of purchase. Maybe a little jimping on the back of the blade would have been handy, but yeah, it feels good in the hand. So I gave it an 8 for the handle. In the pocket, I gave it a 6. It is a big bulky knife, and you do notice it in your pocket because it does have the weight and it does take up the room, but it only leaves the top part there showing when it is in your pocket. Sharpness, I gave it a 9. It's not razor sharp, but it is good and sharp, so I'm pleased with the sharpness of it. And the weight, I gave it a 6. It's a little weightier than I would want for my everyday carry, but again, it's not horrible, but you do notice that you do have a heavier knife in your pocket when you're carrying this, or in your hand as well. So I gave it a 6 for weight, especially because it's supposed to be, you know, aluminum and that, and it should be fairly light, but So overall, I give this knife a 7. I do like it, but it's not going to be one of my everyday carry knives. It'll be one that I bring out now and again, and more of a conversation piece just because of the colors of it. So yeah, that is the Gerber One Flip. It's a good knife. If you like a bulkier knife and you got bigger hands, you might like this knife. You like a little weight to your knife, this could be a good knife for you. But again, for me, it's going to be just a casual carry knife that I use from time to time. So Gerber One Flip, check them out and see what you think of them. And until next time, when we look at another knife, we thank you for watching. And if you want to leave a like and a comment, I'd appreciate that. Yeah, Gerber One Flip. So until next time, stay safe and stay sharp.